coffee, in my opinion.
Right.
Kelly is back with us. Kelly Norris is the director of horticulture of the Botanical Gardens in Des Moines, Iowa.
And cold Des Moines, Iowa.
Cold Des Moines, but beautiful Des Moines, Iowa. Very flat, but very beautiful.
Yes, indeed.
All right, are you ready for a superstar in the world of hydrangeas? Sold out in its April debut. And when something sells out, it's gone for the season, then you have to hope we can bring it back.
Right.
All the quantities we have for the entire season are here today. So again, just like Jane was talking about with the lavender, if you are planning to use these on a border or wherever it may be and you need more than one, please use your QVC credit card. That way you'll have 6 easy pays. And if you don't have one, get on board. That way you can have 6 easy pays immediately on that. It's $21.36. What's 6 into 21? 634. Less than $4.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, less than $4 a month if you're just getting one. This is one of the largest flower heads, without a doubt, in the world of hydrangeas, and also one of the most affordable that Cottage Farms is going to be able to bring us.
Absolutely. You know, we offer a lot of different, what we call panicle hydrangeas. That's the hydrangeas with these big comb-shaped flower heads that flower.
What did you call them? Botanical?
Panicle. Yeah,
I thought they were conical.
Shape describing this again, this kind of comb-shaped set of flowers that you get late in the season. But these aren't just any comb-shaped flower heads. These are the largest of any of the panicle hydrangeas that we know and grow. This is a variety called Phantom, which is maybe misleading because there's no disappearing act here. This is a big, bold statement plant.
It's absolutely beautiful. So take us through on this one.
Sure.
What do we need? What will we get? And these are perennials?
These are perennial shrubs. You know, panicle hydrangeas do really well from cold places like Iowa and Minnesota and Wisconsin and Illinois, Chicago, all the way down into the south. And they're a
so
classic,
people who live where it's warm, Florida, Georgia.
You bet. This is a hydrangea for the whole country in a lot of ways.
That's awesome.
This is, a lot of hydrangeas have a reputation for being a little sort of geographically specific and where they really do well. Panicle hydrangeas are the workhorses of hydrangeas,
That's
quite
awesome.
frankly. And they're good architectural plants for foundation plantings. And given the size of this one, a great backdrop to so many of the things we're talking about today, really.
So think back of the beds, around a border, down a walkway.
Absolutely. This is a big plant. If you think about either side of an arbor, like the one we stand in front of all the time, what a great plant to frame that arbor with, to have something so seasonally dramatic that we're going to look forward to all growing season long. And when those flowers start to come around, we start to think about kids going back to school and the days getting a little cooler and nicer to be outside. It's a great shrub to help us keep pace with the seasons.
So containers in garden or in containers in the back of gardens, borders. What do we do when we get it home?
Absolutely.
And again, shop with confidence because this will not arrive. You don't have to babysit it inside.
That's correct.
And I have said that a million times, and someone will say to me when I'm in the salon, now what do I do with it when I get it home? And I'm like, no, you'll get it home
get it
when
at the right time.
Yeah.
And then you should plan it. That's all we want you to do.
You guys babysit it in the meantime.
That's exactly right. We have plant daycare until it ships to you at the right time for planting. Look at what you get. Look at this handsome, healthy plant. The thing I love about the shrubs that we offer here at Cottage Farms is that we ship it to you at a really convenient size. It's an easy size to get to you in a box. It's also a really good size for you and the plant. The plant is off to a great start from this size. You think about this representation here and what this would be at retail, and to try and get this thing in the ground.
That's the thing.
That's an effort, right?
That's where I have failed, where I cannot dig the hole deep enough when I get something bigger than that.
Absolutely.
And then it dies, where you're going to get something that's easy for you to manage.
Small holes.
Yes.
We're digging small holes here.
You're
seeing some great photos of what those flowers really mature out to be. And
what color are we talking about?
That's a great question. I was headed right there. They start out with that kind of almost lime tinted chartreuse white, and then they slowly age with just a subtle blush of pink as the flowers kind of mature. Now the great thing about hydrangeas like this is not only can you leave them to stand in the garden all through fall and all through winter.
And they won't flop?
They won't flop. That's one thing that we love about Phantom, is that even though it is big and bodacious and tall, it does not require staking, generally speaking. It is a sturdy, confident plant for the back of the border.
This is a big plant, and you can the stems are very strong
Very
on
plant.
it. So let's talk watering, fertilizing, sun.
Well, a lot of hydrangeas really prefer soil that's a little more on the acidic side of the spectrum, and so one of the products that we offer is sort of a bonus. We highly recommend really to help get you off to a great start is our acid-loving plant fertilizer. These little packets that you can dissolve, 1 packet per 1 gallon of water, are a great little juice box. They're a little booster for these young little plants. It's very easy. You drop this in, it dissolves, no blue stains on your hands, none of that stuff.
While you're there, Kelly, can you show us the growing guide? So am I putting this where it gets full sun?
Full sun, yeah. This is definitely something for bright exposures. It can take, if you get morning sun but afternoon shade, that's never a bad thing, of course, because that afternoon sun can be so hot and so intense. All these care tips, by the way, all these cultural insights for you to be successful with a plant like Phantom Hydrangea are included in these care guides that we ship with every plant that goes out.
Perfect, perfect. What do I do to winterize it if I live somewhere that I have the seasons?
This plant is going to make your list of chores pretty short in the fall because it doesn't require really any special things to get it through the winter. It's a very tough, hardy plant. Now, in the spring, you may need to do some pruning back and some cutting back just to kind of keep it in size, which is easy enough too because you just watch for the buds to break and clip them back and kind of watch where the little green shoots come up in the spring. All that, again, in that cultural guide. This is a great, easy plant, great, easy shrub to get started with.
And that's why you want to go ahead and hold on to that. I said yesterday, and I still think it's true, if you're buying the clementines at the store, I love that little carton that they give you. The clementines.
That's a great idea. Yeah,
and then,
put the cultural guides in there.
Because it's like wooden and it's cute, just throw the little guides in there because eventually if you end up seeing something and you're like, I don't know, what do I do? The answer's right there.
Right. And you can always call Cottage Farms as well too because we're really passionate about getting people off to a great start with
Kelly,
Phantom.
look at that.
No matter where you use it, right? We've talked about containers. They look pretty good in containers. They look pretty good in the landscape. Up against we all have a shed, a garage, a side of the house. Even if we don't have a big space to garden in, maybe we put this clear at the back. And frankly, this takes up a lot of space. This could be a 1-plant garden if you had just a little place to do some gardening in.
And I think that's the great part about it is you get a lot for your money on this. How much do you remember in the garden center hydrangeas of any size?
Especially
how much do they
this
cost?
size, representative speaking.
So here's my 2 cents.
Okay.
Because in our backyard, they stopped the siding about 5 feet from the bottom of the ground. And then all you're looking at is exposed concrete.
Right.
So our hydrangeas go all the way around the border.
Beautiful hedge.
And all the way around where the pool equipment is, because then you have something that looks so much better than that bare concrete. So it really is a good border plant.
That's awesome suggestion.
Great
Really good. Thank you, Jane. You are just getting one. The reason that there are 2 colors, again, is because I think that's pretty typical of a hydrangea. They sort of morph.
Yeah, the panicle hydrangeas especially have a reputation for that. And we offer a couple other ones, vanilla strawberry and strawberry sundae in our collection. This by far though is the biggest. That is the selling point here. These are like 15 inches long. I mean, it's the flowers.
It's almost like a dust mop.
It is a floral dust mop. I love it. It's a cloud of little flowers like this.
A cloud.
Phantom is maybe misleading because there is no disappearing act here. This is a big, bold statement plant. You will know when it is in flower. There will be no doubt.
Well, it's one of the best sellers of the day. That's why we call it a hot pick. Well over 200 of you have already dialed in on this. Oh, 600. Wow. Over 600. Many of you have gone ahead and you've ordered more than one. The featured price on this is $21.36 and free shipping and handling. Make sure we tell you that. If you are using your Q card, you get 6 easy pays. Gosh, with this, it'd be less than, what did we decide? $4, less than $4. So think about what Jane was talking about. Where do you need something that has a great presence? M58820. Now, if you want to find more of those hot picks, some of the best sellers of the day, they live right there on QVC.com. Just look for hot picks and you'll see a little bit of everything. Plow and hearth spinner comes